Done our dough, chaps. We've done our dough.
Welcome back to Odds. Last week, return to form, and I think it was all down to those bonus bets getting us back $25 in profit. So you buy yourself a bit of time, you go through some opportunities, and then bang, the returns come. So race 2, Just for Show, was a good winner. Don't Hope Do, about race 5, race 6. We also had Celsius Star run a place, Bold Soul run a place. And then the big deliverer was Lady in Pink in the feature race, and things could have been different if Young Werder hadn't been scratched and I'd gone for that. Could have been a blown bet, and then it would have been another week of loss. But no, Lady in Pink was certainly the next best, and beautiful running in second. And thank you, Sportsbet, getting paid out as a winner at 12-1. So $45 back there. Overall, back $75 for the 50, so $25 in profit. And then even better in the sport, Pantoja versus Asakura. Or is it Akasura? I still don't even know a week later. Pantoja won, and it was a decision in like round 3, so it didn't go all the way. Doubled money, 20 to 40. So no bonus bets this week, but we got the payout. So overall, boosted profit levels from 111 to 156. So we're back with a little bit of room there, and we were at about 7% return on both racing and sport. Now racing's just slightly up to 8.5%, and sport went from like 7 to 12%. So a little bit of breathing room, that's all I'm saying. This week, I think now we're into the stretch where there's going to be a bit of a dearth of feature racing, and I'm just finding motivation levels are a bit low. You know, you have a lack of time. There's no real standout meeting where you sort of know the form lines. It becomes quite laborious to do the form for each race, which is a normal sort of problem, but you want it to be fun, but sometimes it just is a little bit of a grind. So to counteract that this week, I've gone for fewer races, just up the average bet size slightly. I've avoided Sydney because the fields are quite big and I had to cut a corner somewhere. So I thought Caulfield still had the bonus back promotions. The fields were a bit smaller, and I've got a little bit of Eagle Farm. They also had promotions, and then trying for the same promotion as last week, the first or second at, or is it Randwick race 8. So doing that. And yeah, just got to try and get through some of these. I mean, don't get me wrong, there'll definitely be meetings where there's no features, but the form's really working for you and there's horses you like, and it doesn't have to be Group 1s or, you know, groups of races all listed in general, but just sometimes, you know, the motivation is not there, the time's not there, so you've just got to sort of get through them. So this is what we're going to do. So starting off with Caulfield, race 1, 1,500 metre race, small field. Colmar loves it wet, perhaps not going to get that in this case. There's a few leaders who might cut each other up. Lario, Continental Kiss, Colour Our World might all go forward. To me, the logical choice was Silicap or Chillacap, or actually Chillachap, now that I remember how they were pronouncing it in the replays. It just seemed a bit tougher than Continental Kiss. It maybe seemed a bit of a stronger horse. I think it will sit off them and get a better run than maybe Lario might have to do too much work. Colmar might not like the conditions. So for me, and this is the first time where I've actually written down what I was exactly going to bet, but $1.50 to win on Chillachap, $1 the place. And then I want to do a trifecta with Chillachap, and it was going to be with Vixenet, but that's scratched. So I will do it with Lario. It was a good win last time. I know they're favourites, but what can you do? So trifecta 2 and 4, Robbie Bankers with the field, and then a Quinella Chillachap standout with the field. And both of those trifectas and Quinellas for $1.50. So race 1 done. Race 2, 1,200 metres, 3-year-olds 70 and above. Flying Mickey is interesting. It was an early prolific winner in Queensland. Now it's sort of come down here. It's got the 3 kilo claim. Georgie Get Mad's down in class, and it's not the craziest bet at $15, not at all. There's going to be a few, again, like race 1, there's a few that are going to go forward. Georgie Get Mad might not get the greatest one, although from Barrier 5 it might be able to just sit off them. Impressive enough, had a good second behind Midtown Boss down the straight at Flemington. Its recent form was a bit patchy, but That's quite a good run. So that's something to consider. And then down the bottom, Tie Less. I do like this. Form behind Bossy Nick, Right to Party, Grinzinger Bell, elite spring form and legacies. So with the claim, 53 kilos, barrier 4, that's got to be considered. Flying Mickey, probably fair odds actually as a favourite at 460. Rivka will be around the mark. Georgie Get Mad, as mentioned, impressive enough. Hola Amigos has been good, like the name, actually great name. Probably will also go forward, might be a bit tough. So I'm going to use one of the bonus bets from last week that was $1.50, put that for the win on Georgie Get Mad, hope that wins at 15s. Put a dollar the place on it just to get something back. And then $1.50 to win Tie Less, a dollar the place Tie Less. And then a big Quinella for 1, Georgie Get Mad, 3, Flying Mickey, 4, Rivkin, 6, Impressive Enough, and 14, Tie Less. And then a trifecta. It's a real roving banker sort of sentiment today. 1 and 3, Georgie Get Mad and Flying Mickey with the field. And hopefully Mac a little 80 to 1 runs a place in that one. So that's race 2 done. Race 3. Yeah, didn't really love this at all. Found it a bit, found them all a bit much the same. Heel Rip. I thought that the form running against horses like Autumn Storm, Kettle Hill, that sort of caught my attention. Close up lately, barrier 1 with the claim. In an even race, I had to pick something, so each way on that. I think $1.50 to win and $1 the place. And real sensation, I thought was value at odds. Like this prep, the form's woeful, but if you go back to the last prep, it was pretty capable, and it's 60 to 1 here. So I want to have something on for the place, so I'll use the $1.50 bonus bet for the place there on real sensation. And then otherwise, yeah, probably a race to move on from. So that's race 3. Getting into race 4, this one, it's only a small field, but it's pretty competitive. So Flying Fizz ran well in the country last time, led all the way. Could do the same thing from barrier 2. Could go forward. Could be hard to run down, especially if Caulfield's playing that way. Miss Tarzi it just was stuck behind a wall of horses last time, couldn't get out. From barrier 1 here, it's no guarantee that the same thing won't happen. But I think that it's value based on that. People are going to see 3x5, x8 and think this horse is out of form, but it's better than that. So the 9 is value. And then Sassy Boom, if you go back a prep, I mean, this horse was flying and it's 13 here, and the third last time sort of indicated that it's maybe getting a little bit back to its best. So something to consider. I'm going to go for a horse that's the second favourite, Spirit of Camelot. It's just the way that it's won the last couple of races. It hasn't beaten that much, but the way that it's put them away, I like. Gave me the signs that it could be a progressive horse, could be something. So I'll go each way on that. Spirit of Camelot, $1 the win, $1 the place, and then $1 the win with Miss Tarzi. So I obviously split those up, do one on the tab and one on sports bet. And then I'll do a trifecta with those two as roving bankers, so Miss Tarzi and Spirit of Camelot. And then for the other place, I won't do the field. I'll just limit it to Sassy Boom, I Gotcha, and Flying Fizz, and we'll see if we can get something there. As mentioned, Flying Fizz and Sassy Boom should go forward, and Miss Tarzi hopefully won't be too far off them, and we'll actually be able to get out this time. All right, race 5, 2-year-old Open, Magic Millions Vic 2-year-old Classic. Interesting, 1,100 metres. So Barcash is the favourite. It's backing up from that run. I think it was Melbourne Cup Day behind Tycoon Star. We got we did get the Quinella. Good memories. Yeah, solid favourite. Barrier 1. Craig Williams on board. Can't deny. Can't complain. The rest, some have had a start and run nowhere. Some have sort of come through no trials, or the sides don't seem to be. They're more of the ones out of Castelvecchio are probably going to be longer distance horses, sort of stuff like that. I really looked through the field and thought, okay, we'll just go with Barcash because it makes sense as a favourite. The other one I would want to be on is Gold Decree, number 4. It's paying 12. The only reasons are it's out of Farnan, which was a really good 2-year-old and could throw a good horse here, and good barrier. The others just sort of seem to be, I couldn't really the size or the dams weren't that grabbing, or the form wasn't that good. So I'll just stick to those two. The other one I'll mention is Zuclair, number 11. It was sort of by a process of elimination. I eliminated a lot where I was like, don't like, for those reasons mentioned above. This one went for a lot at the sales. Apparently it's had a jump out that it was good at, so I'll be keen to see if that runs a place. But each one of those horses mentioned, and then I'll do a trifecta again with the roaming bankers. I'll put in Gold Decree for the value, and then Zuclair as well. Like maybe Barcash won't run a place. Maybe Gold Decree and Zuclair can both run top three. Be cool if something else at 10 to 1 or more could fill the other placing, and then we'd be in the money. So do that race 5, and then race 6. Match Billings Vic 3-year-old and 4-year-old classic over 1200. Small field, interesting field. Mirabelle Rose was good last time behind Kim when it ran 3rd. I think it's well placed second up here. Harry Got Styles has been up for a long time. It's a horse I like, and I've been on it. It's at least 3 or 4 weeks where I've been here, and I've said yes, I like Harry Got Styles. I just feel like it's been up for a while, and that just bothers me a little bit. Freak of Nature is very handy. I was surprised that horse's best. I sort of imagine that as a real speed machine, and its better form has been over 1400. So 1200 is almost not ideal. Stay Silent is massive odds. I did make a note of that somewhere for some reason, and I don't even now know why. That wouldn't surprise me if it ran well, but I'll sort of leave it. Yes, Lula was interesting. It'll be running in better races, formed through Bold Bastille and To Be or Not To Be. And To Be or Not To Be was excellent throughout the spring. So that grabbed attention. Miss Altair was scratched for this, I think, from last week. So that demands attention also. Could be a bit of a speed battle. Harry Got Styles going up. So for me here, win bet on Mirabelle Rhodes. I just like that second up that's been set for this. And then yes, Lulu, I respect the form, $1 each way. And then I'll do a trifecta. I'll go away from the Remy Banker situation. I'll do those 2 horses for first, those 2 again for second, but I'll throw in Electrona. So 3 and 7 into 3, 4, 7 into field. And I'll do that for $1.50. Let's see. Race 7, we're getting into the tail end now. So the tab promotion is bonus bets back on races 1 to 6. So now we're just into sports bet territory because they're still doing it on race 7. Not an amazing race. Went through it being like, oh, where are we going here? Bond Mistress, 2 wins to start the prep. I liked 6 last time. I feel like it's just a bit of a logical conclusion. It's better value at 5 than Easy Done's a bit of a non-winner. Like A starts for 1 win. There's a few other sort of like lower grade stayers, I suppose. Sam Bookus and things like that. Yeah, Zambogini had good form in the past. 18 wins, 5 starts and 3 placings. I feel like it wouldn't be crazy if that sort of refound form, and the $15 is quite enticing for it to do that. I'd be having a dollar each way on that at the odds, and then I'll be doing $1.50 the win on Bond Mistress. So Bond Mistress for the second or third, Zambogini just for the each way play. And then I'll do 2 trifectas here. One of them with those horses exactly mentioned, Zambogini 2, Bond Mistress 5. As Remy Bankers with the field. And then another one is complete sort of outsider, a bit of a mystery shot. 1, Thorin, 60 to 1. And number 8, Blazing Rebel. That was sort of by a process of elimination. Didn't like Easy Done. Didn't like also the lineup. Didn't like Low on the Street Luigi. Is it a good name? Sort of in a weird way. I still don't rate it, but it's sort of interesting. So didn't like those. So 1 and 8 as Remy Bankers with the field. I'll do that one for $1 because it's a bit crazier, and I'll stick with the one with 2 and 5 do for $1.50. That sort of wrapped up Caulfield. I didn't even look at the last 3. I was sort of already had allocated funds to the other races, and there's no promos anymore on those races. So moving on from Caulfield, skip Randwick, straight to Eagle Farm. Try and make some money off these favourites in the early races. So race 1's over 2,200. I like it how that's a sort of a classic staying distance up there. The favourite I don't like, Simply Refuse, a little bit of a non-winner. It'll run on from midfield from about 6th or 7th. Will it get there? Not sure. I liked Aldenari, number 5. It's been close up in a few this prep. It's also a bit of a non-winner and has 4 starts at the track for just a placing, but in a patchy race like this, I don't think it really matters too much. So yeah, Aldinari $1.50 the win. And I'll also lash out on an exotic bet. I'll do Aldinari and number 10, Bit of the Blarney. Bad barrier, but the form's been good. So 5 and 10 as Roving Bankers with the field. Keep it simple there. Race 2, didn't like the favourite. Queen Air's got a horrible record on soft. 6 starts for nothing, not even a placing. I mean, I'm sure it's got a few reasons to be favourite at 460, but I'll go elsewhere. I didn't mind Iverson, number 8. It's sort of got a 15% strike rate. It's paying $7.50. That sort of adds up. I thought it would have been close up in a few recent races. So I'll have a crack at that with $1.50. And then, yeah, I'll do one more trifecta here. Iverson, and I'll throw in Binding, number 6 at $18. So 6 and 8 Roving Banker with the field, $1.50 on that. And then going into race 3, this one, there's a favourite called Cherry Rose, which is paying $2, which is a very obvious thing to use the promo on, but I almost didn't like it. It was stepping up from a 78 grade, which it won pretty well, and before that a class 3. Now it's running in 78 here in the city, so it's up a little bit in weight. Some of these other horses have run in, decent races, like Made to Fit has been running in that sort of class. On Point, they're running at 85 grade races. It hasn't been too far away. 27 starts, 7 wins, so 25% winning strike rate is quite good. Mixed Signals had won 3 in a row before last time. It's not a gimme race, and I just thought the $2 was too short. So then I started looking at everything else, and I thought, what's the way to go? So I'm just going to go On Point, $1 each way, number 1. It's got the 3 kilo claim. It's a bit of a raffle, but I think there's a little bit of value there. So $1 each way On Point. And then race 4, this was a bit of the same thing. Find Your Own, number 9 at $2.70 was sort of the obvious favourite to go with, but I think it's an open race. So Ready for Anything, number 8, paying $20. 21 starts, 5 wins, 4 placings. Form was quite strong, and it's first up, and it's previously had 5 first up starts for 2 wins. So I think there's value in that, $1 each way. And then I want to have something for the place on Northern Pride. It's 33 to 1. It's paying 85 on the tab. It's not hopeless at all. 27 starts, 8 wins, 7 placings. Good record at the distance. It's a regional horse, but I don't know if it could cross and hold on. I thought the place dividend wasn't bad, so $1 the place there. And then moving straight out of there from Eagle Farm, going back to Randwick. Going back there, we haven't been there, but race 8. This is an awesome race, the Ingham. Private Eye, Gringotts. Gringotts was great last time at Kembla Grange. Private Eye back to form. Last time paying 10 was huge, back with Natural Will on board. Port Lockroy turned that mediocre sort of Group 3 form in Sydney into a Group 1 win at Ascot. Don't know exactly what that says about the quality of racing there, but it was a good win by Port Lockroy. Mighty Ulysses, New Energy I did not like last time, said it couldn't win, and it won. So another mistake, another failure. But yeah, like quality all the way down, like Stapati, Lake Varte, Osipenko, Super Razi's been running a lot of placings, Coastwatch, Robusto, Poison Charles. Like they're not great horses, but altogether this makes a really fascinating race. I mean, you could make so many cases in this 24 horse field. I'm just going to go with Encap. It was really good last time at Kembla Grange. It was not a run on day, and I was just hoping it was going to go forward. So I thought if it just sat 5th, it would be able to pretty much easily run on into a place, and it went too far back, but it was a good run. $23, and I just want to be on that again. So $2 each way. This race is paying on first or second with sports bet, so have something. It's a great opportunity, and that sort of does it. That sort of does it for those meetings. I've left Ascot aside, and then the sports bet promo this week's no more UFC. It's NBA. It's another sport I know nothing about. So I've looked at this game, the Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I didn't even want to go for a winning team, because that can be deflating if your team is behind and you don't get to sort of watch this thing to the end. It's like in the footy, you want to just do 15 disposal bets or to kick a goal, because it makes it so exciting to the end. So we're going Rockets versus Thunder, $20 bonus bet, money back if any of the legs fail. Beautiful, fantastic. A guy called Shai Gilgeous Alexander to score 25 points or more. He scored a lot more than that his most recent game, so we're sort of going a little bit conservative there. We're going Isaiah Hartenstein to get 8 or more rebounds. I think he's going to do it. And Jalen Williams to get 6 or more rebounds. So if you'd said to me yesterday I was going to be doing this, I would say, but A, I won't be, and B, how am I going to give advice on this? But sometimes you've just got to go with something. And I like these names. I did a little bit of looking at those 5 recent matches and tried to go a little bit conservative and not push the envelope. I was tempted to go with Hartenstein to get, I think it was 10 or 12 rebounds, because he got 11 recently and he might just push that extra button and get the 12. But I've gone consistent. I've gone safe to go back to their consistent results. So anyway, the odds were $2.87. So we're looking at about a $57 return. So let's see how that goes. If we get bonus bets, that's beautiful as it is. So yeah, my words from this weekend would be have something on that basketball game, use the promotion, and yeah, just keep it simple. Use the promotions at Caulfield and Randwick. Let's try and aim for maybe $60, $65 back. Just keep that bottom line ticking up. And if we get some bonus bets back from the sport, well, that'll set us up for next week. And we're coming right into Christmas time. So the Drew and Picnic races on December 26th approach. So good luck to you. Let's get through this sort of December time with a bit of fun. And Ascot Perth Cup's coming up soon in a couple of weeks. So lots to look forward to. Good punting this weekend.
And then came Sweet Liaison as they turned for home. Jefferson, he's been in front every inch of the way. He's out by 2.